So my Fortec has been missing a pin in the assembly for a while. Those are going to be in here. And then also, a bigger issue is that my brother Slash ended up breaking both of these axle assemblies here. He snapped off that little piece in the middle there, that little pin. So yeah, the plastic was broken, so there was no way we could just fix it with the new pins. So we got everything here. Gonna go put it on the trucks today. Got our pins here. I'm gonna fix the Fortec first because that should be the easier repair, and then we'll move on to the bigger challenge over here. I'm gonna dab some of this on the Q-tip, rub it on, make sure that does not come loose again. All right, glue in place. Gonna wait for that to dry and possibly start dealing with you. All right, I had to make some space here, but for a good reason. This one seems like it's gonna be annoying. Gotta get that battery out of there. Definitely don't need that for now. Put this one over here. We gotta get these both sides out, and I don't even remember what that thing was called, end of the axle assembly there. And then hopefully we'll get our 4-wheel drive back instead of just our 2 wheels. All right, we got our culprit here. This little stub broke off. It's supposed to look like this one right here. We got new ones. And we also lost the arms. I don't know where they went. They went flying off somewhere. So we got new ones. Putting the whole assembly back together. Only part we really get to save from this right here is the bearing. This part is not gonna work for us anymore though. Alright, I lied. We have the entire assembly here. This part we won't need, but it's good to have extras. So, yep, bought the wrong part. That's alright. This is a much easier repair than having to slap all of this back together. But at least we know that for that side, it'll be an easier job. So, got our arm. This will just, once I can lift this part up here, which I'm not gonna be able to do with one hand, but it'll slide right on there. Oh. Come on now. If I get this, guys, this is gonna be the trick shot of the century. Come on. Come on. It's gonna happen. Oh. Ah. Alright, well, you get the gist. This goes right on there. And then I'll get back to you when I gotta put this back on. The washer fell off. That's alright because I turned it over. And we got a couple screws here that I need to show putting in. And that's also very important. Alright, all we've done here is we slid this little joint right onto our axle here. And we're gonna take these 2 screws here, because they're the same thing. Missed a little bit there. And we're going to screw them into these 2 holes. One on the top, and there's another one on the bottom. We'll get to that one in a second. But that's gonna hold this in place. Then we're gonna take our arm here, and there's a longer screw, this one right here. I'm gonna use this and put it right through there, and everything should be back in place. So then after that, we're going to want to slide this pin, or this little guy right here, back on into place, and we should be good to go. Oh, what I just realized though, it's gonna be a little bit annoying. You're gonna have to take this, take the pin out there so that we can slide that back on. Well, guess we'll get there when we need to. And look at that, all assembled. We got our 2 screws in, one on the top here and the bottom. Screw this part back in. That attaches to the steering assembly. All I gotta do is get the pin in here, and that part is pretty self-explanatory. Slide that pin right through this hole here, and then you push the hex onto the pin. That way the wheel will stay on, and you gotta make sure that washer goes in first. But yeah, that should be this side done. We'll get working on that side. Just slid that pin in, put the washer on before I did any of that. Slid the pin through the hole, and then put the hex right on. Just forced it on there with my thumb, and that is this side done. Got the new drive shaft in there. Pulling this, not gonna move around. Not gonna move around in here. it's gonna stay put. It is a little bit wiggly. That's on purpose. And make sure the truck doesn't blow up. So same issue, just on the different side. Have the little carrier right here snapped. So got another assembly here, because just like the last side, we lost our arm. It came off after the carrier snapped. So I'm gonna put this back in. These ones are also heavy duty, apparently. I didn't know that, but I guess I made an upgrade when we bought these, so I guess that'll be a good thing. And there we go, all assembled back together. Let's just get our wheels back on, make sure this thing is back to 4-wheel drive. All right, slap the pack in there. Gonna set the phone down here for a second. Move all this stuff out of the way in my messy workspace. Set the phone right here on these conveniently placed duct tape rolls. We'll see if this thing will work. I forgot about TSM, but stop it. This looks like 4 functional tires to me. Stop. For recording purposes, TSM has got to be the most annoying thing of all time. But that is one truck fixed. Alright, no, this part is dried, nice and solid. So our little pin there won't fall out freely. And we're going to slap that right back into the Fortec. So about a simple little repair as you can make here. Just going to slide the axle right back in. The pin's going to fit in nicely there. And then there should be a pin on the other side because I only broke one. So that'll fit right back into that hole, which will actually turn the axle, in turn making the wheels spin. So it's just going to be this arm up here that you need to unscrew to get this whole section out. That'll just literally lean over like this, giving you enough room to get that pin out. So what we've done is we put the pin back in. Now we're going to rescrew the arm up top, and that should be the whole repair. And there we go. Everything is all put back together. We have fixed all the RCs. Luckily, this one wasn't broken, that one wasn't broken, because, man, did that take some elbow grease. But we are done. These are ready to be batched again.